Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. And a few weeks ago we did a puzzle by Daniel Grimes, whose first puzzle it was, whose emails come to us with a signature that says he's a professor of molecular biology, I think. And it looks like today some of his substrates have wiggled out from under the microscope onto the puzzle. And my saying that will reveal to you that the amount I know about molecular biology would fit on a microscope slide. Now, there's lots going on, as always, on the channel. Do check out our Patreon for all the extra content there, Sudoku hunts and everything. Discord always buzzing with absolutely fascinating puzzles, discoveries, chat, everything like that. And you can buy our apps and Sven's SUDOKU PAD. Everything that we do check out our Wordle videos, occasional crossword videos, loads going on Cracking the Cryptic. But today's puzzle is called Knabner lines. Daniel discovered, I think, from a puzzle by ZetaMath that Simon did on the channel about the concept of Knabner lines. And these are, Knabner is Renban backwards, which is a type of line that we have, but these are the opposite to Renban lines in a way. So here come the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, and identical digits can't be a knight's move apart. Orange lines contain no repeated digits, and no two digits on the same line can be consecutive. White dots join consecutive digits, not all dots are shown. Grey circles, there's a couple of them, are odd digits. Daniel has given us a 2, how generous. But other than that, many fewer lines than in the ZetaMath puzzle from what I remember, but a few other bits and pieces. Do give this a try. I've no idea how it's going to work out. I suspect it's not going to be easy, but give it a try on the link under the video. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. And we've got this 5-cell shape. So given this rule that no two digits on the line can be consecutive, that surely has to be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, all the odds, to avoid any consecutiveness. I mean, it must be. And I could colour them. Does that mean this? No, I was going to say, does that mean this line is 2, 4, 6, 8? It certainly doesn't, because there's an odd digit on it, which is, gosh, if that hadn't been supplied, I might just have gone for that for some reason. But no, obviously this could be 2, 4, 7, 9 or 2, 4, 6, 9 or something, or 1, 1, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, no, there's various possibilities. Oh, there's another 5-cell line. Okay, I don't know why that one wasn't so obvious. And now I'm looking for the, I see a third. Right, okay, let's colour those, because they're all odd. Oh, orange would be a bad, what would orange look like? Oh, it doesn't look too bad. We can still see the lines through them. Okay, so orange is our traditional odd colour. So the other 4 cells in boxes 2 and 5, they're even, which is blue. Right, and that's giving us 4 blues in column 4, so these 3 are odd. Oh, and look, in the top row, one thing we know about these white dots is that one number is odd and one number is even on them. If they're consecutive numbers, that must be the case. So there's only 4 blues, 4 even numbers in each row, column or box. So the 4 evens are going to be those 3 and 1 on there. So the other 4 cells in this row are odd. Oh, 2. That's even, and the circles are odd. Ah, and the circles, this circle connects to 2 cells by white dots, so they're even. Yeah, this might be an odd and even, obviously, you know, the way I'm shading it, it's looking like a parity puzzle, but that wasn't what I was expecting. Ah, and don't forget the knight's move. Bang, 2 sees all those 3 cells, that one by being on the same row, those 2 by knight's move, so the even digit in the middle is there. And we've got a 4, 6, 8 set. That's a 2. This is a 4, 6, 8 set. Doesn't tell us anything about these, unless there's a knight's move thing I can't see. Could be. 2 down here is in one of these 2. Now, what about this line? Now that that's a 2, do these have to be 5, 7, 9? No. In fact, actually, there's got to be another... Oh, we've got all 5 odds in this row. They're both even. I think they've got to be 4 and 6 now. Yeah, you can't have 8 or... Can you? No, you can't have 8. Because then 1, 3, 7 and 9 would be ruled out. And whichever 2 you had out of 4, 5 and 6, well, it had to be 4 and 6 for even. Sorry, you can't have 8 on the line in these cells because the other 2 cells, let's say 8 was there, the other 2 cells would be from 4, 5 and 6. And 1 has to be odd, so they would be touching. Right, so these are 4 and 6. That's what I've concluded. This now has to be 9 because it's odd. This is 8. These are not 8. On this dot, we've got 4 or 6 somewhere. Both of these cells see that cell. What on earth am I talking about? Well, one's on the same line, and remember, no lines can't contain repeated digits, so it can't be the same as that. And it's a knight's move away from that one, so that's not 4 or 6. That's 2 or 8. I don't know what that means for this. It means it's not 5. One of these 2 cells is a 2 by Sudoku, given these. That 2 sees those 3 cells. This one sees all of those. So 2 in this box is in one of those 2 places. And we get a 2 somewhere down here. Oddly, one thing I know here, because of the knight's move, one of those must be a 2. Because either that one is a 2 or else that one is a 2. And if that one's a 2, those 2 can't be. That one becomes a 2. But can't really use that much, I don't think. Now this 2 sees those 3 cells and peters out there. Oh, and it also sees those 2. No, I think I'm done with the Sudoku bits of the puzzle at the moment. I tell you what, that's rather pretty. Those 4 cells all see that one. 3 of them in the row and 1 by knight's move. So that rules that out from being even because it sees all the even numbers. So that one's odd. This one is even and is, well, it's obviously the same as this digit. Yeah, I don't know how that helps. Maybe I should be able to conclude something about these lines, but I'm really not used to working with Nabna lines. They're a bit strange to me. Oh, maybe what we're meant to do, maybe what's something we can think about anyway, is where cell X, yes, look, this cell, no, let me find a better one. This cell, where does that go in box 2? That sees all of these 4. So it can't go in those. It must go there. So I'm going to... Why don't I leave blue as even? Because they seem a bit more manageable. Maybe I'll start colouring these orange, these odd cells in different colours. So that one is there because it's the only place it can go. Now it's the only odd cell in this in this group of 3 cells. I say the only one because there are already 4 odd cells in the box and it can't be there by knight's move. So whatever yellow is in one of those 2, and that must be even. And it can't be 4 or 6, so it's therefore 2 or 8. Yeah, it's interesting. Now, let's think about, right, this cell, which is not yellow, can't be in those places, so it's there. So that's now going to be purple. And that's one of these 3, and I can't really do much more with that. Ooh, I know it's not there. Oh, that's getting interesting. Okay. This one is not purple or yellow, and that sees those two. So that has to be the same as that. I'm going green now. Not personally. I don't have gangrene. But one of these is green and one is purple. Now, these two can't really reach those. I haven't really got over to this shape at all. Oh, this one sees, oh my goodness, it sees all of those. So this one is the same as that. Well, that's a new color for me. Let's go red. Sorry for colorblind people, but I'm using enough colors that this is going to get quite difficult. Now, let's call this last orange one green, purple, red, yellow. I'm going to have to go dark grey. And these two are red and dark grey in some disposal. Maybe this isn't. Oh no, look, this is being helpful. Look, this sees grey, yellow, purple and green. So 9 is red. And we're away now, surely. That must get us going. 9 is red, that can't be red. So red is here and here and here. Is that red? Yes, that is red, that's right. And they're all 9. It's got to be right. Right, 9 joins on to 8s. Wow, this is it. It's a big old colouring puzzle. I didn't expect that. 9 joins on to 8. Right. Now, have we reached over here? Not yet. We've only got 9. But we're doing okay on the colouring. Now, this can't be... I don't think we can really reach those cells, but we've got a lot coloured here. We've got a yellow one to come in here. So these are purple, green and grey. I might as well change the colours to those since I can do the multicoloured thing. Grey sees that cell, so that's not grey. Yellow sees all of those. I don't know, that's not, I don't think that's helping. There's an 8 on this line by Sudoku, given these 2 8s. Oh, 2 and 2. We've got 2 placed here and up here. Sorry, the pencil mark should have told me that immediately. Okay, 2 is blue. Now, 2 and 8 and 4 or 6. So this cannot be 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 or 5, because that would be touching 4 or 6. So that is also blue. Oh, we've got a horrible little X-wing there. I guess that's going to be resolved by this in the end. But we've done all the blues in that box. So now these are all odd. Right. This one sees purple, green, and red. Well, why don't I look at those 3? It sees purple, green, and red. So it's yellow or grey. I don't know. I suppose this sees... Oh, this sees lots. This sees yellow, grey, purple, and red. So that's green. Wow. Knight's Move stuff is so strange sometimes. You just get more out of it than you ever think is possible. Now, how can I use that? Oh, I tell you what. 8 is on this line, so 9 can't be on it, can it? That's how the Nabna rule works. So red is in one of these 2 cells because it can't be there or there, and therefore red is one of these 2 cells. Am I going to mark that? It's a bit ugly if I do. I'm not going to. That's not 8, so it's 4 or 6. Now, what have we got going on here? These 2 cell lines, these are useless. I don't know how they're meant to help me. I suppose this is 3, 5 or 7, but I don't know much about the colouring of anything except red in the odd colours. So again, not all that helpful. Is there some way I'm meant to know something about the colouring? This line's not helping. The 5 cell lines, I know what's on them. This line's not helping anymore. No, I don't think there is. I suppose 7 can't be on this one. But that doesn't mean anything more. Well, it doesn't mean anything. Right, where's 2 in this column? It's got to be in one of those 2 cells because that 2 sees all of those. So we've got a 2 down here somewhere. Ah, it can't be here because the 2 positions for 2 in box 8 both see that. So actually we do know where 2 is and we can colour it. The others are all orange and I might be able to go further than orange. This one sees purple, yellow, green and red. So it is, sorry, it sees grey, yellow, green and red. So it is purple. This one sees yellow and purple and red. So it's green or grey. This one doesn't see much. Or this. So I don't really know. These are from green, grey and yellow, aren't they? Green, grey or yellow. Am I missing? One of them is yellow. Ah, no, that's great because one of these is yellow and they both see that cell. So that's not yellow and yellow is instead here. So that one's blue and is 2 or 8. That must be right. This yellow, well, I don't know. I mean, it's yellow. I don't know what number it is at all. Yeah, I don't know what else to conclude. Purple, though. Ah, yes. Where's purple in row 5? Can't be anywhere there because it's in its box. Can't be that because it's a 2. Can't be that because it sees that by Knight's move. So this one is purple. So maybe I can get these a bit coloured somehow. I don't know. Purple's the only one. Grey is looking at those 2. So grey must be in one of these. What about red? Oh, red could be here. And then it would be here. Oh, I'm probably missing something about the relationships here. Maybe let's try and use purple. If that's purple, purple can't be anywhere there. Not that helpful. Purple can't be in any of these positions. It also can't be here because that sees all the possibilities for purple in column 4. It can't be here because that's on the line. But that leaves quite a few positions for purple. What about this? This is yellow or grey. It can't be in any of these cells here or that one. So if it's yellow, it's there. If it's grey, it's there. Ah, do both of these? They both see that cell. That's not that helpful. There's only one blue to go in here because we've got 3 blues in the row. That means these 2 are both blue for the count for the box. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. They're from 4, 6 or 8 because they're not 2. That's fatuously clear. But that means red, green, purple. Up here we have yellow, not here, because of that. So yellow is in one of those 2 cells. Dark grey is in any one of the 3, and there's a blue in one of the 3 as well, which is 4 or 6. Sorry, I'm being a bit relentless with the colouring because it just feels to me that is the only way I'm going to seriously make progress. I've just realised I can take 9 out of non-red cells. Might as well do that. 1, 3, 5 or 7. And I can put that in any cells I know are from 1, 3, 5 and 7 as well, including these, yes. Now have I missed something obvious? These can't be grey, so one of these is grey. Ah, and that means this isn't grey. Okay, that's interesting. Hadn't considered that before. That arises from these 5 being a set of the odd digits, doesn't it? Red, purple, yellow has to be in one of these 2 cells. That just means it's not in those 2, which I knew anyway, so not sure I can use that. Green might be in one of them. Oh, come on, think about it. There's something going on here. I'm probably missing something fairly glaringly obvious. I mean, I know 7 can't be on this line. Is that? Yeah. This could be all even, though, as far as I know at the moment. I don't see why I know anything other than that. Okay, this one can't be in those 2 cells, so that's the same as that. So that makes it 2 or 8. Oh, that's interesting. Is that right? I think that's right. This cell can't be in any of those 3 cells, whatever it is, including the knight move. So that has to be the same as that. And given their positions in rows 6 and 5, they must be there in row 4. So they must be 2 or 8. So they have to be 8. That's got to be right. I'm going to have to just break, I think, for a moment. Back with you. Right, sorry about that. A delivery that I had to deal with 3 hours early. Anyway, now, where were we? Okay, I was trying to get some of this colouring going, wasn't I? Yellow, grey and green. So I've got purple and red. This can't be red because we've got red in one of those 2. So it also can't be green. That's not information that's worth sharing. One of those 3 is purple. Sorry, I don't know why I say purple when I mean grey. Grey there, grey there. One of those 3 is grey. It can't be there because that's a knight's move. So one of those 2 is grey. Oh, and these include grey and yellow. And that's purple. So these are green and red. That's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Except I didn't see it. So these 2, because this is a set of 5, green, red, purple, these are yellow and grey. Yes. And that's not yellow anymore, so that's really helpful. So that's become green. Yes, because that's yellow and grey, yes. So this isn't green, so that's grey, this is yellow. Okay, this isn't green, so we know it's purple, so these 2 aren't purple. These aren't 8. Oh, that's what I was just getting done, was 8 getting placed. Yes, I'd forgotten that. Silly man from Porlock. Right, this is not blue, I am going to say, because 4 and 6 there both see it. Whichever way around they are, they both see that cell, and it also can't be 2 or 8. So it's not blue. So that is... Now, that doesn't mean it's grey, because my colouring here... No, it does, actually, because if it's not blue and it's not yellow, it is grey. Yes, that does mean it's grey. Okay, so we've got blue and yellow there. We can't pull the same trick with 4 and 6, or with yellow as far as I can see. This yellow means yellow isn't in any of those cells. Only 2 places for yellow in this column. 9 in this column. That 9 can't be in those positions. And that 9 says it can't be in those 2. So I think we've got 9 in this column. It's got to be here. That's going to fix 2, which is also now in column 3. And therefore I've got my 2-8 pair done down here. Let's do the colouring. Blue and red for 9. And this one can't be red, so that one's red and is 9. Ooh, and it's suddenly giving me numbers that I didn't have before. And yellow, grey and green see this, so it's purple. And this is yellow or grey like that, I reckon. Is there a way of knowing which? Is this? Yes, this is Yellow, no, yellow is, yes, yellow is confined to one of these two. Yellow's also confined there. So yellow can't be in any of these cells. So it's in one of these two. Is it? I don't know which. Don't think I know which. 4 and 6 in their little X-wing there. 4 and 6 have to be in these two, in these 3 cells. Am I meant to be colouring 4s and 6s? I don't know. I don't want to do it. Not only because it will really mess up the rainbow effect I've got going with the odd numbers, but because I don't think these 4s and 6s I've got can ever see this group. So I'm not going to do that yet. Oh, look. This cell, uncoloured in row 2, that's got to be blue and 8. Wow, didn't see that. So now 8 is there in column 1. And here in column 9, and we are finished with 8s, and we are finished with 2s. And that's making me think maybe we could be finished with 9s. One of these two is a 9. So 9 is not in any of those cells, at least. One of those two is a 9. This 9 sees all of those cells, so one of these two is a 9. And now that's a 9 and is fully red, and that's no colour at all. So that's almost all the 9s done, just a little X-wing left that aren't reached by knight's moves or anything. Ooh, now this is a connected pair that I haven't looked at all. It's got to have an even number on it, therefore, which is either 4 or 6. So one of 4 or 6 is there, the other one is here. Now that sees both of those. Yes, sees 4 and 6 there and 2 and 8 there. So that's not even, that's odd. I'll get back to that in a moment, think about it. But the even in that pair is here and is 4 or 6. So one of these is 4 or 6. The other one is not 5 on the white dot. Oh no, it is 5. No. 3, 5 or 7. Sorry, I'm getting confused between the Nabna rules and the white dot rules. Now, let's try and get a bit more colouring done. So green and grey, I don't know here. Yellows. Let's just highlight the yellows I've got. One of those two is yellow, one of those two, one of those two is yellow, one of those two. Ooh, one of these two, because that's the only place left in box 6 for a yellow. I just don't think that resolves, annoyingly. I'm gonna no, go back. I'm gonna mark it just for these two cells. There we go. Red and green here, what are they seeing? Got so much red done. Oh yes, it's just, okay, just in those remaining cells. Now, green can't be in those cells, so one of these two is green. No, this one, that's what I was going to come back to. I don't know what orange means here. What does it mean? It's not yellow, it's not red. Oh, it's not grey, because one of those is grey. So it's purple or green. Can I tell which? If it's green, that's green. If it's purple, that's purple. And that's purple. And that's fine. If it's green, that's green. And that's green. So whatever that is ends up here, which is purple or green, which is a bit strange. Now what does that mean for grey up here? Grey now can't be in those cells, given this grey, or that one obviously. Now it can't be there because it's purple or green. So grey is in one of those two, which is an odd juxtaposition. I don't know. I don't know whether I meant to do more Sudoku at this point, colouring in evens, or more just keep plugging away at the colouring. I think I'm tempted to do the last of those. So green there, green there. One of these two is green. Ah, and look, there's a green in one of those two, so we get green here. So that's just virtually obvious, except I didn't see it at all. One of these three is green. It can obviously be here. Green, green, one of those two, we know that. One of those two. So green in box 7 is in one of these three. I don't know. I don't know how to resolve that. That's really irritating. How about grey? Oh no, I looked at grey and I've looked at red and I've looked at purple. Oh, purple, purple, and that can't be purple. I haven't looked at purple enough. That's purple. Suddenly this is purple, and that's purple. And purple is all done. Ah, and purple is not a 5 because of this Renban line. So purple is 1, 3, or 7. Wow, maybe I'm meant to do little intricate Renban Nabna things. Not Renban, Nabna. Now, green was going to be in one of these two cells now. One of those two, I still can't really resolve green. How about 4 and 6? They're up here somewhere, aren't they? No, not seeing how to use those either. If these 4 are all odd, then the line is no longer of any interest really. Oh, this box, 2 blues. We've still got 2 more blues to go in these 3 cells. Only one of them can be there because there's 3 blues in this row. So one of them is here and is 4 or 6. So this is a pair of yellow and blue. So one of these two is a 4 or 6. Doesn't feel, no, that's really important. If this was 4 or 6, if this was blue, then a 4-6 pair, would be looking at this, which would make it odd, which is possible if it can be grey, and it can. Oh, hang on, yeah, it doesn't matter which one of these is a 4 or 6. Because either way round, yes, if it's those two, they're both looking at that. If it's those two, they're both looking at that. This can't be even. That's brilliant. So this is odd and is grey, and that's going to fix, feels like it's going to fix the rest of the colouring, and that might be optimistic. Green goes there. Red must be there. That's red. That's green. Green must be here. Don't know what that colour is. Well, I probably do. Hang on, let's do yellow. No, I got this grey. Let's use that on box 3. Grey and yellow, that's helpful. So grey, grey, this goes grey. Oh yeah, this is gonna help us unfold the puzzle, surely. That can't be yellow, that can't be blue now. We need a yellow up here. We've got one odd digit. No, both are even now. They're 4 and 6, obviously. That's 4 or 6. This is now blue and 4 or 6. These are both blue and 4 or 6. And this is not blue and that is not yellow. And we've got the whole grid coloured, I think. Yeah, no orange left, just all the individual colours. So now we've got to learn something from the Renbans. Right, grey is not 1 or 3 because it's touching a 2. So grey is 5 or 7. Now why don't I just highlight them all at once and then put in 5, 7 in all of them. Now I'm going to have to find out other things. So yellow we know is 3, 5 or 7. There we go. Green doesn't seem to be involved in any use. Oh, that's a 9 down here in the red. We know red is 9. And that's not 9, therefore. Green is... Ooh, I don't know. What else have I got? Oh, I've got this. That's not very helpful. It would be helpful if I knew grey was 7. Wow, I'm going to have to use some of these Nabna lines in a way. The 5 cell lines can't do any good. Ah, look at that. These two have to not touch. So that has to be 7 and 4. Oh my goodness. So 7 is grey. 4, that, well, let's see if that does all the 6 4s. It probably won't, because I don't think I can reach the top right, but I'll probably do a bunch of them. 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 6. That's made this dot work. That's good. And I can't reach those. So I'm going to have to get at those from the yellow cell at some point. Now, purple is not 7. It's 1 or 3. Here we go. Down on this cell, we know it's not 3. Purple is 1. Oh, this is so clever. Right. Now, we've got 1, 7. We've got 3 and 5 left to do. So, green is 3 or 5. Yellow is 3 or 5. How are we to tell them apart? That join is not helpful. So we need, there we go. 6 can't connect to 5. So it is the little 2-cell Nabna lines that do it in the end. The ones I maligned earlier as useless. So we get 5s here. Now this 3 is going to sort out our last little deadly pattern. Has to touch a 4. And that is a remarkable puzzle from Daniel. Very interesting. Very different from his first one. And a really interesting use of that constraint that Zetamath, if I'm right, came up with. Very clever stuff. Thanks for watching, as always. I'm Cracking the Cryptic and hope to see you again very soon. Bye for now.